Hi, this is 2-9,009 back to you once again, and now it's time for game 3 of my one of Jeopardy for me. Red, one, red, yeah. Here, red, next, disabled, because it's easy. Okay. Well, the three game shows are coming on since Jeopardy premiered its syndication in 1984.
This is Jeopardy!
Now I have two game rings total of $606,400. 606400. They're Katie and Samuel.
And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, everyone. Welcome aboard. Here we go. Jeopardy round. The first round of play today has these categories for you. Literature.
Literature.
Intravenous.
Intravenous.
Picked a
Fine Time.
Controversial TV.
Controversial TV.
American history.
American history.
And Monopoly.
And Monopoly.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player one, make a selection. Select a clue.
I'll go
by
with
pointing the
American
ruler on the
history.
screen and pressing the A button.
For $200.
After General Cornwallis surrendered at Yorktown, this American traitor accompanied him back to England.
Who was Benedict Arnold?
It's player one. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus. Good.
Who is Benedict Arnold?
Player one, you pick again.
American history for $400.
In 1898, Americans were urged to remember the battleship named for this state. It sank in Havana Harbor.
What is the mean?
Okay,
Remember the mean. What does mean?
That's correct.
I'm up to $600 now.
You again, player one.
American history for $600.
This January 1st, 1863 document liberated all slaves in regions still under Confederate control.
What is the Emancipation Proclamation?
That is correct.
I'm up to $1,200 so far.
You get to pick again, player one.
American history for $800.
The New Deal refers to the economic recovery and social reforms implemented by this U.S. president.
Who was Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
Yes,
FDR. F.D. Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt.
That's right. Way to go.
Up to $2,000.
Player one, back to you for our next selection.
Let's finish the category. American history for $1,000.
In 1609, this captain was injured in a gunpowder explosion and lost his leadership role in Jamestown. Let's hear it, player one.
John Smith. I'll go with who is John Smith?
Right.
Yep, up to $3,000.
Choose again, player one.
Let's do Monopoly for $200.
A classic PBS Kids series that taught reading shared its name with this Monopoly utility.
It was hosted by LeVar, but it also
Okay,
played Taylor
player
Quinn
one.
to join the Forge of Southern Destination. Actually, never mind. That was Green Rainbow. But it's the electric company. It's the electric company. Thought it was Green Rainbow, but it wasn't one of the
Please
choices.
pick again, player one.
Monopoly for $400.
Each time a player passes go, he collects this salary.
Well, that's $200.
Yes, player one. Yep.
I'm up to $3,600 so far.
We return to you, player one.
Let's do Monopoly for $600.
A question mark is on the space in which you draw one of these cards.
What's chance?
It's player one.
Just like this.
That is correct.
Up to $4,200.
Select again.
Monopoly for $800.
Tokens that are household items include the iron and this sewing accessory.
What is the symbol?
Player one. You are correct.
Up to $5,000.
Player one. Pick again.
And all three for 1,000.
A railroad and an avenue are both named for this state. Yes, player one.
Oh, this one I don't know. Oh, okay. Let's say, what is Pennsylvania?
Yes, sir.
Up to $6,000.
You get to pick again, player one.
Let's do. You picked a fine time for $200.
Deion Sanders knows this term for the evening hours when the largest audience is available for TV.
What is prime time?
Let's hear it, player one. You're right.
6,200.
Choose again, player one.
You picked a fine time for $400.
Estimated at around 30 years, it's accepted as the average period between birth of parents and their offspring.
What's a generation?
It's player one. That's it.
I'm up to 6,600 so
We
far.
return to you, player one.
$6,600. You picked a fine time for $600.
The time just before sunset or after sunrise on a movie set, or a former LA Lakers late night talk show. Okay, player one.
Let's go, happy hour. 16 hours. Happy hour. Hey, magic. Magic hour. Magic hour. We're gonna say, what is magic hour?
Good.
Yep. Magic hour, 7,200.
Pick again.
You picked a fine time for $800.
We had pleasant sensations learning about the era of this, which covered President Monroe's 2 terms.
What is good feelings? Yeah, what is
Player
good
one.
feelings? Yeah, good feelings.
Right you are.
I'm up to
Player
$8,000.
one. Back to you.
You picked a fine time for 1,000.
This longest division of geologic time doesn't have a fixed period. In astronomy, it's 1 billion years.
What is an eon?
Let's hear it, player one.
Eon or epoch? What is eon?
Right.
I'm up to $9,000.
You pick again, please.
Controversial TV for $200.
This singer's hip gyrations on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1957 were not shown because they were deemed too sexual.
Who is Elvis Presley?
Okay, player one. That's correct.
9,200.
Please pick again, player one.
Controversial TV for $400.
In a speech, this real-life VP blasted fictional Murphy Brown for her choice to have a child out of wedlock. Player one.
I'm gonna say, who is Dan Quayle?
Good for you.
9,600.
You again, player one.
Controversial TV for $600.
This animated show proved nothing is sacred with the episode Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh.
What is Southpaw?
Player one. You got it.
Up to 10,200.
Select again.
Controversial TV for $800.
She shocked many with her wardrobe malfunction in the 2004 Super Bowl halftime
Who
show.
is Janet Jackson?
Yes, player one. Yes.
Up to $11,000
Player
so
one,
far.
back to you for our next selection.
Controversial TV for $1,000.
It was alien telekinesis that caused TV's first interracial kiss on this show.
Goes to Chief Captain J.T. Cook in the
Okay.
Toyota Ohio. What is Star Trek? And J.T. Cook is in Ohio. What is Star Trek?
We return to you, player one.
$12,000. I'll go with Intravenous for $200.
Venus's surface is hard to view from Earth because it's completely covered by these.
Water clouds.
Yes, player one.
Of 12,200.
Player one. You pick again, please.
Intravenous for $400.
One of these on Venus lasts about 244 Earth months. Let's hear it, player one.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, take them out. So say. What is a day? What is a day?
Good.
12,600.
Please pick again, player one.
Intravenous for $600. There it is. You're double.
You are currently in the lead. Please select your wager, player one.
I'll tell you to make this a true double.
And the clue. Like Mercury, Venus has this many moons.
What is 0?
That puts you even further ahead.
I'm up to 35,200. Intravenous for $800.
We're not sure if it was ancient or not, but the first U.S. flyby of Venus was by one of these space probes in 1962.
What is Mariner?
Right.
I'm up to $26,000.
Player one, back to you.
Intravenous for $1,000.
Galileo's finding that Venus goes through these, like the moon, was the first direct evidence for Copernican ideas.
What are
Yes, player
phases?
one. Yep.
I'm up to $27,000.
Player one, back to you for our next selection.
Literature for $200.
His ship was wrecked off an island near South America. He remained alone on the island for 28 years.
Who was
Player one.
Alexander? Who was Robinson Crusoe?
That's correct.
37,200.
Choose again, player one.
Literature for
The
$400.
Lilliputians called this Jonathan Swift character Quinbus Flestrin, which means Great Man Mountain.
Who was Gulliver?
Okay, player one. That's it.
Up to $27,600.
You get to pick again, player one.
Literature for $600.
In a Nathaniel Hawthorne tale, Thomas Mall built a house in Salem with 7 of these.
Small. Not small. How does it smell? Now let's find out now.
Yes, player 1.
Yeah. What are cables?
You got it.
28,200.
Player 1. Pick again.
Searcher for 800.
Tom Sawyer told this girl, "I don't care for anybody but you." Then gave her a brass knob from an andiron.
Who's Becky Thatcher?
Let's hear it, player 1. You are correct.
29,000.
And the last clue, $1,000. The Ministry of Truth is Oceania's propaganda department in this Orwell classic.
What is 1984?
It's player 1. Yes.
But finish the Jeopardy round with $30,000.
You're going first with Double Jeopardy, and we'll start that round right after this break.
I finished the Jeopardy
Those are
round.
worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. Which president's
President's Cabinet?
attraction,
Attraction.
L.A. Story,
L.A. Story.
not nominated,
Not nominated for Best Picture.
Letters,
Letters.
and book
Book
learning.
learning.
All right, if you're ready, it's Double
Which
Jeopardy time.
President's
Treasury
Cabinet for
Secretary
400.
Timothy Geithner, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton.
It's our current president, who is Barack
Okay,
Obama.
player 1.
Current president of the United States.
Good.
First American ever to hold that office.
You
3,400.
again, player 1.
Which president's cabinet for $800?
Secretary of State Dean Rusk, both JFK and him.
Who is LBJ? Dean Rusk. LBJ. Was it
Player
Lyndon?
1.
Who is Lyndon Johnson?
Yes, correct.
Up to 31,200.
Player 1, back to you.
Which president's cabinet for 1,200?
Secretary of Education William Bennett, Secretary of State, George Shultz.
William Bennett. Reagan. Who was Ronald Reagan?
Yes, player 1.
Who's Ronald Reagan?
Good for you.
Up to
You get to pick
32,400.
again, player 1.
Which Federalist cabinet for 1600?
Secretary of Labor, George Shultz. Attorney General, John Mitchell.
Who was Nixon?
It's player 1.
Who was Richard Nixon?
Correct.
Up to 34,000.
We return to you, player 1.
Which President's cabinet for 2000?
Secretary of the Interior, James R. Garfield. Secretary of War, William Howard Taft.
Who was Theodore Roosevelt?
Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Theodore Roosevelt?
Hey, you're right.
Up to $36,000.
Please pick again, player 1.
Let's do book learning for $400.
Her Little Women appeared in 1868. A mere 127 years later, her A Long Fatal Love Chase arrived.
Who is Lisa May Alcott?
It's player 1.
Who is
That is correct.
Up to $36,400.
You again, player 1.
Book learning for $800.
In addition to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, he wrote an 1887 story on the Civil War, North against South.
Who is
Yes,
Jules
player
Verne? Who is Jules Verne?
Yes.
Up to $37,200.
Player 1, you pick again, please.
Book learning for $1,200.
All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. In a 1945 book by this author.
It was the book was Animal Farm, and the author was George Orwell. Who was George Orwell?
Right.
And the 10th book was Animal Farm,
Pick
$38,400.
again.
Book learning for $1,600.
In 1840, he hit a bumpo in the road and penned The Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder. Who is James Panama Cooper?
Okay, player 1.
Who is James Panama Cooper? Who is James Panama
Yes.
Cooper? Now I'm up to $40,000. Brooklyn for 2,000.
In 1863, this Russian wrote The Cossacks, a short novel based on his travels with the army.
Was Leo Tolstoy.
Let's hear it, player one. That's right, way to go.
I'm up to $42,000.
Player one, back to you for our next selection.
Let's do attraction for $400.
Using absorption, yes, with a D. Activated charcoal in these military items attracts harmful chemical vapors. Yes, player one.
What, a gas mask?
Good.
Up to 42,400.
Choose again, player one.
Attraction for $800.
Female deep-sea anglerfish use this, produced by bacteria, to attract prey. Let's hear it, player one.
I'm going to say what is light.
That is true.
I'm up to 43,200.
Back to you for our next selection.
Attraction for 1,200.
In a covalent bond, two atoms each contribute one of these to a pair, which is then attracted to the atom's nuclei.
What is an electron?
Player one.
What is electron?
Good.
Up to 44,400.
Player one. You pick again, please.
Attraction for 1,600.
Bombicol. One of these attractant hormones is sort of the Calvin Klein obsession of the female silk moth.
Well,
Player
pheromone.
one.
What is a pheromone? What is pheromone?
Right.
Up to $46,000.
You again, player one.
Attraction for 2,000.
Newton found that the degree of gravitational attraction between two masses varies inversely with the square of this arm.
What is distance?
Okay, player one.
Oh. What is radius?
Correct.
What radius? $48,000.
Player one, back to you.
Let's do lettuce for $400.
It equals a 2.0 GPA.
2.0 GPA. 3.0. 4.0 is an A. What is a C? You're gonna say what is C?
It's player one. Right you are.
48,400.
Select again.
Lettuce for $800.
It stands for a metric unit equal to about a quarter gallon. Yes, player one.
Liter? We'll go with liter. L. What is L?
That's right, way to go. You get to pick again, player
49,200.
one.
That is for 1,200.
It's the 21st letter of our alphabet.
First letter of the alphabet. What is
Player one.
you? Up to 50,400.
Choose again. Player 1.
That is for 1,600.
In Morse code, it's 3 dots.
Morse code. Now, think there was Morse code. Dots. What is S?
Okay, Player 1. That's correct.
Up to $52,000.
We return to you, Player 1.
That is for 2,000.
If your trademark application is okay, you can follow the trademarked item with this letter in a circle. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is R?
Right you are.
Up to $54,000.
Pick again, Player 1.
So no wonder there you go, because it's probably going to be an LA story. The other one is going to be not nominated for Best Picture. LA story for $400.
Sam the Eagle was created by the Disney Company for this event held in Los Angeles in 1984.
What are the Summer Olympics?
It's Player 1.
What is the Olympics? Up to $54,400.
Player 1. Pick again.
LA story for $800.
Microphones, TV sets, masks, phonographs, and movie cameras symbolize stars' specialties on its Walk of Fame.
What is Hollywood?
Okay, Player 1.
What is Hollywood Boulevard?
Good.
55,200
Choose
my
again.
score so far. LA story for 1,200.
Answer. 1 of the daily double. You are in the lead right now. Decide on your wager, Player 1.
Alex, I'd like to make it a true daily double. 55,200.
Here is your daily double clue. This school is the oldest private university in California and the largest private employer in Los Angeles.
Oldest private university, UCLA, Caltech, USC. Oldest private university in California. Oldest private university in California. What is it? Here. USC, that's in Southern California. We're going to say, what is USC?
Congratulations, you're still in first, Player 1.
I have 110,400 so far. LA story for 1,600.
An observatory and a park in Los Angeles are named not for a birth of a nation director, but rather a colonel with this surname. Player 1.
Sanders, MacArthur, or Griffith? Okay. Yeah, Griffith. Well, who is Griffith? $112,000.
You get to pick again, Player 1.
LA story for 2,000.
Docents at LA's Page Museum are in a sticky situation. La brea means this substance in Spanish.
Is it tar?
Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is tar?
You got it.
114,000.
Please pick again, Player 1.
Not nominated for Best Picture for $400.
Bogey and Hepburn floated across the screen in this 1951 film that pleased audiences and critics, but not the Academy. Yes, player one.
He is closely no. No. Humphrey Bogart, so it doesn't have Catherine Hepburn. The big slate. Catherine Hepburn. No, not all. No. This is Yachts and Queen. What is the African Queen? 114,400.
Player one.
Not nominated for Best Picture for 800.
You couldn't drag a Best Picture nomination out of the Academy for this 1959 Billy Wilder film. Well, nobody's perfect.
Billy Wilder, 1959.
Okay, player one.
Alex 17, sound like a hot summer at Sunset Boulevard. Wilder. 1959. No. No. We got her on Sunset Boulevard. What does it sound like it hot?
Yes.
115,200.
Player one, back to you for our next selection.
Not nominated for Best Picture for 1,200.
The second daily double, and you have the lead. How much?
I thought to make it a 2-day double.
Answer this. The Academy must have been out to lunch not nominating this 1961 Audrey Hepburn George Peppard film.
Breakfast at, wait, I was going breakfast at Tiffany's. Wait. What is breakfast at Tiffany's?
That puts you even further ahead.
230,400. Not nominated for Best Picture for 1,600.
In 1954, this Jimmy Stewart and Grace Kelly starer from Alfred Hitchcock didn't get a second glance. Player one?
I couldn't open up that rear window. What's rear window?
Clue.
32,000.
Here's the $2,000 clue. Driving Miss Daisy won for 1989, the year this Spike Lee film about urban racism was passed over.
1989.
Yes, player one.
I'm gonna say, let us do the right thing.
That's correct.
34,000.
Only one of you will be moving on to Final Jeopardy. Sorry, folks. So much depends on how you do in the Final Jeopardy category, which today is traveling the globe.
Traveling the globe.
So, what's your wager?
This will give me 234. I'm gonna go all in.
Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. And now the final clue. Flying due west from Los Angeles, it's the first
Yes.
foreign country you would reach.
Japan, Russia, China, or Indonesia. California. Going east on the east coast. That's probably nice. No, doesn't have New Zealand. This is Indonesia. Wait, Tokyo, Tokyo. US from LA, first foreign country. I'll go for it. I'll go for what is Japan?
And your response?
What is Japan?
And what correct
Yes.
response will add?
234,468.
Congratulations to you, player 1.
468.
Good game. Thank you so much for playing.
Dial 3 game. Winning total of 653,200. First, let me check. 5 gauge rate FIFA season, 18 tournament champions, Red Dawn Masters in New York, and the Ultimate Tournament champions. Now, I'm just going to be sure that I got it correct. There's there. Alright. I don't know why, but it's saying 107-4400. Actually, no, I got that wrong. I had an idea. Now, my new VA ring code is 4400. My 3-game win total is $1,074,400. I repeat that. My 3-game win total is $1,074,400. And now let's check my reward. Blue pick is spotted to 100 questions. Now, new, he made $500,000 more for all games. New, he made $6,000 more for all games. New, he made $1 million more for all games. Now, all two quickly respond to a question after the other player is answered incorrectly. Get that check. And win 5 games, get that check. Win 10 games, get that check. Win 25 games, get that check. And then over here, I'll get all those checks. Yeah, also, this is this has been 2-Man 9009 playing Jeopardy for the week. Next up will be my first game of Wii Party for the week. So, see you there. This is 2-Man 9009 signing off.